right, greetings, brothers and sisters, family and friends. It is time for part 3, the 12 components of food addiction, part 3. Deep diving into that 12-headed monster of food addiction, making us and keeping us fat and sick. This is the crux right here. I had someone that messaged me saying that she appreciated that I focused so hard on food addiction, unlike other diet programs. Well, other diet programs are meant for people to fail. They're meant for people to fail. They're not really giving people the information that they need to be successful in their health journey. You have to talk about food addiction. If you don't address the addiction, then you're going to fall off. And so that's why I'm doing this 12-part series. I've been doing this, fighting this war for 7 years, and I've had tremendous success losing 100 pounds and never coming within even 60 of that original 100 pounds for 7 years. And most can't even make it to losing any weight at all. And it's the addiction. All of my struggles over the last 7 years up until this day is with addiction. That's what it is. And I am thinking about giving you all, because I told you I'm on a 100-day mission myself to get back in top shape, like I am in that picture right there. So I'm not in good. I'm in good shape, but I'm not in top shape like that. As you all can see in that picture, I'm in extreme condition, and I felt incredible. And I want to get back to that. So I'm in a 100-day challenge, and I will possibly give you all an update after the third mark, and then so forth every 30 days or so. So before we dive into it, I want to let you all know all my supplements are back in stock. I did a video on supplementation, but supplements are back in stock. All praises to the Most High. And I thank you all already. Orders have came in. I thank you all for your support. Thank you for waiting for me to get them in stock. Even though I was asking you to go to Furman, you was waiting on me so you could support me, knowing that when you get it from my website, it is going towards helping me out as your minister of wellness. Because like I said in that video, just because I'm telling you that I'm going to be on the Steve Harvey morning show and all that stuff, that don't mean that I made it. OK, look at in the scriptures, you see where the prophets of old, they were all famous, but they were more infamous. Everyone knew who they were. Everyone knew their message. OK, for the world back then, Elijah, everyone knew him, even surrounding nations. He was very famous. OK, but that don't mean that he was loved and received accolations, because he was bringing that hard truth. So that's how you have to view me as the minister of wellness. I am called to deliver a hard message that most people don't want to hear. So, yeah, when I'm on his show or before his show, I'll be on Tom Joyner Morning Show before I'm on his show. That'll take a little while. But Tom's show, I mean, we're talking about millions of people, and many of you all will have heard me on the show. Millions of people. And how many of them are going to come here, listen to all 12 parts of G-Bombs, all 12 parts? Very few. Very few. OK, my job is to give people the truth. And then that's up to the Most High who decides to respond. That's all. So the point is that I will always need your support. That's why I said all of that, brothers and sisters. I will always need your support, and thank you. So you all sold out my supplements. That was you all. Thank you. And now they're all back in stock. And I have a video describing some of the new supplements that I have now for those of you all trying to get an extra boost with lowering your blood sugar and so forth. So Sister Libertia Brown, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but she posted on every Wednesday. I go live on my Facebook page. So you should be following on Facebook. I go live every Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Sister Brown, she sent me a message back in December. She was in the emergency room. She said that the doctor was telling her to have her gallbladder removed because she had a gallstone that was stuck inside of a stone. A gallstone was stuck inside of her gallbladder. Okay, and she asked her if it could be cured naturally, and of course, the for-profit puppet of a medical industry doctor told her no. She lied to her. She lied to her and told her no, that she needed to have it removed, because what they tell you, because gallbladder surgeries, that makes them about $5,000 to $10,000. And they tell you those lies. They use fear to get that money out of you. So she reached out to me, and of course I told her the truth. I said, stop eating yourself to death and the gallstones are past. I told her the truth. Just like I tell everybody, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. So again, that's why I keep emphasizing, listen, I've done a lot of stuff already. Brothers and sisters, I want you all to understand that I've done a lot of stuff. I've been on ABC, the Armstrong Williams show. I've been on Joe Madison twice. That's one of the largest shows on Sirius XM. I've been on all these shows. Boyce Watkins, Phil Advise, all these shows. Okay? Millions of people have heard the minister of wellness. But just like the prophets of old, who everyone knew them, and the Most High put them on platforms where they was before kings and queens. But it wasn't for the purpose of getting a bunch of awards and money. It was for the purpose that you have no excuse because you know the truth. That's my job as the minister of wellness. Always keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. So the sister, I told her the truth. She got the Eat for Health book, and she lost, and in 6 months, she lost an additional 13 pounds. She's lost 111 pounds total in her weight loss journey in 2 years. And she's had no problems with her gallbladder. The gallstone is gone. It can melt away. The G-bombs melts it away. She's doing good. She's going fine. She submitted her testimonial, some pictures, and I'm sending her my Prevent and Reverse All Disease for free. And I will do the same for any of you all who share with the world your success. I will do it for you. And I want you to leave testimonials on my website. You can go to my website, and under the book that you purchased, you can leave a review about how the information helped you to change. And I'll send you another product for free. So congratulations to Sister Brown. I want you all, I know we can't hear each other, to give her a round of applause. This is an online support system for food addiction. We are all trying to get off the death train. That's why I will not tolerate any bickering about the trillions of differences that we all have as human beings. Okay, we have many differences, but on this channel, this is an online support system for us to encourage each other and build each other up to get each other off the death train. Like I told Sister Allen, who posted, says she ain't got nobody. She says she's being persecuted, family. OK, so please scroll through the comments and support people like her. She says she has nobody else, and it's hard. She says she keeps falling off because none of her family friends, they don't care. They want her to die just like they on the death train. And we're all she got. OK, so that's what I want to see when I'm scrolling through the comments. And if I see something that's getting veered off of it, I'm going to delete it. Because I want that to be the mission of the channel, because we don't have that. And that goes right into part 3. That goes right into part 3, the extinction burst. The extinction burst. Now, you might be wondering, well, what is the extinction burst? All that I've just said, it all ties into part 3. It's all relevant. The extreme withdrawal pains a recovering addict must go through before they break the vicious cycle of falling on and off. That's the extinction burst. Remember, I talked about this in part 1. Micronutrient deficient foods with little to no vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals are more addicting to the brain than crack cocaine. That's the pleasure trap. When you go a few hours without feeding your brain the high it gets used to feeding, your brain sends you intense cravings to defend itself against a possible loss of pleasure, which for a moment can be uncomfortable. That's the second component. You should have watched the first 2 episodes. Matter of fact, you should have watched the 12 components of food today. This is a full course I'm giving you all. Okay, organizations and churches and so forth, they pay me because that's a part of how I make my living to provide for my family, is that I get paid as a professional health speaker to deliver seminars on topics like this. This is information in my signature programs. Now, what happens? Here's the question. What happens when you fight off cravings for a few days? What happens when you say no to your addiction? When you decide that you're going to eat to live and not die, that you're going to rise and not fall? What happens? Well, your brain starts to panic. And for about 2 to 3 days, the cravings and withdrawal pain will get so intense you'll feel like a crackhead thrown into rehab. And that's the problem right there. And what I talked about before with Sister Allen, the situation she's going through. Keep fighting, sister. You're going to make it. You ask, well, what am I so excited about? Well, that's the point. That's the point of the third component of food addiction. Why it's so hard to beat this monster. There's no rehab for food addiction. You know, now we do have a few health retreats. Dr. Joe Furman has one in San Diego, but you have to get reimbursed by insurance. So out of pocket is expensive. Because you have to pay it out of pocket. It ain't nowhere close. I mean, you get a heart surgery, that's $200,000. The gallbladder, they tried to rip our sister's gallbladder out. I mean, that's $10,000 to rip something out. And his starts off at $10,000 a month. So, I mean, but it's not covered up front. There is no cheap, readily accessible support center for food addiction. We are living in the fattest, sickest nation in world history. Yet food addiction is being ignored. Why? Because the demonic psychiatric industry, which picks and chooses what is and is not a disorder, and the psychiatrists making the decisions, they're food addicts. They on the death train. They fat. They sick. They taking drugs. So why would they properly recognize the series of food addiction when they would be indicting themselves? And they don't want to take the poisons that they recommend to everybody else, so it's ignored. 99.9% of all dieters successfully who lose 30 or more pounds gain it all back within 5 years, and almost none of them make it to 10-year mark. I'm in year 7. And we're talking about those who even lose 30 pounds. What about all the people who don't lose weight at all before they give up? And why? Food addiction. Food addiction specialist, Dr. Susan Pierce Thompson of Bright Line Eating. She always tells her story of how it was so much easier for her to overcome being a meth addict than sugar. And I agree with her 100%. Why? Because when you decide to eat to live, here's what's make the extinction burst so difficult to overcome. It's a lonely journey. There's no support. And that's why it's essential for me to keep a tight leash on my social media pages so we can come together, leave our differences aside, and come together and support each other. Okay, let's get healthy and well, then we can argue about all that other stuff later. And even if it's digitally, we support each other. That's better than nothing. That's what I told Sister Allen. We are your family. That's better. This is better than nothing. I get you all's emails and messages telling me how much you're appreciating this, because this is all you have. And then that's why I do my best to host seminars. And then you all can help me out outside of course, the donations and supporting my online store. Please, those of you all are part of churches and organizations in your area, NAACP, so forth, all of them, they have funds to host events and so forth. Give them my website, especially my speaker's website. And you never know, they might be inspired and partner with me so I can come out and speak live to you in your city, because live does offer some benefits that digital can't do. If you're enjoying these, you have to come out January 4th and hear me speak live. If you're an alcoholic, you can find all sorts of support from different organizations. Am I right? But trying to get off the standard American diet is like overcoming a crack addiction, but you're still forced to live in a crack house. And I'm not saying all of this to paint an impossible picture, because with God, nothing is impossible, but it's not easy, especially this component, the extinction burst. You will literally feel like a crackhead in rehab for the first few days, or it can last a whole week. But again, there's no rehab for you to go to check yourself in. Hang in there. You got to hang in there. You got to tough it out. So the extinction burst, again, the brain is throwing a temper tantrum when you refuse to give it that high from the processed junk food. You fight off the initial cravings, but the brain says, okay, I'll show you. I'll show you that sugary, salty, fried, oily, chemical-filled frankenfood. Your addicted brain wants it. And so therefore, in the midst of the extinction burst, you'll be dreaming about pigging out at Golden Corral, or at some death shack, or eating your ice cream. And by the way, you can make healthy ice cream. Okay, you can make healthy ice cream. Listen, eating to live can taste great, but it will never be addicting. That's what you have to understand. This is very important. I want you all to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. I get messages all the time with people complaining about how bland a low sodium diet tastes. Listen, that's because you don't know what real food tastes like anymore, because your taste buds have been destroyed by oversalting your food. Taste is learned. You must grit your teeth and suck it up. Salt is not as addicting as sugar, but it's close. But what I'm saying to you is, no matter how much you restore your natural sense of taste, there is no chef in the world that can make a salad as addicting as a Snickers bar. Okay? Snickers is a concoction of refined sugars, oils, and psychiatric drugs called excitotoxins. It is the definition of a frankenfood, created out of an act of sorcery. A Snickers was designed to hook your brain and turn you into a mindless lab rat. It was created to make you mentally deranged if you go too long without eating it. You don't believe me? Look at the Snickers commercial. Okay? So God didn't make fruits and vegetables to make you an illogical food addict. He made food to keep you lean and healthy so you can be the best servant for him and others, the best you can be. So although we can make, I'm a living witness, we can make his medicine foods taste great, you are wasting your time trying to find the nutritarian version of Oreo cookies. It's a pipe dream. Now make me some nutritarian Oreo cookies. What's the nutritarian version of hot wings? Now, yeah, you could go down the vegan junk food route, but we're talking about excellent health here. Listen, you have been a food addict your entire life. Okay, let me restate that. We have been food addicts our whole lives. Our bodies and brains have been rewired to want to consume things that kill us. We all have been victims under the spell of black magic of the food industry for decades. And God never promised that he would make it easy for us to undo the damage. But what he did promise is that he would not put something on us that is more than we can bear. And you can bear the extinction burst, or what I call the rehab stage of food addiction recovery. That's how you must look at it. That's how you have to look at the extinction burst. It's going to be like hell. Just like my first and last weeks of Marine Corps boot camp. They tried to break me, but I was determined to make it through. And after that final attempt to break me, it was over. And there I stood proudly with my family looking onward. And I tell you, brothers and sisters, that at that moment, after 12 weeks of being called every name under the sun except a child of the Most High, the joy in my soul of having my drill instructor say to me, "Congratulations, Marine." I tell you that that's one of the greatest moments in my life. And it beat graduating from the police academy about 1,000 times, graduating Marine Corps boot camp. And I want you to have that same feeling when it comes to food addiction. Through the storm, through the rain, through the sickness and pain, keep fighting. Keep your eyes fixed on why you must eat to live. Suffering produces greatness. That's the solution to the extinction burst. I'm sorry, but there's going to come a point in time when you're literally shaking in a total addiction panic, and you're going to have to cry out to the Most High, stumble to the mirror, and look yourself dead in the eye and say, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I will defeat you. With the help of God Almighty, I shall have the victory." Your time is short, addiction, so enjoy it now, because soon you will be replaced by the joy of excellent health and a sound mind. Speak life to yourself. Speak life to yourself. Don't be scared. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I'm telling you that you have to encourage yourself. We have to encourage each other here on this platform. I know it might sound crazy, but let me tell you something. It's crazy to be like the masses. Okay, them zombied out food addicts. They're the crazy ones. Don't make them let you seem like you crazy. They so crazy that foods that fight cancer, foods that make you lean and healthy and strong, they're so insane they call it rabbit food. They call the medicine foods of our Creator rabbit food. Blaspheming the medicine foods he created to make us healthy and strong. How dare they? But Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Their mind has been captured by the sorcery of food addiction. God have mercy on them, as we need his mercy in our lives. That's crazy. We got July 4th coming up. I feel sorry for many of you all. Hang in there, Sister Allen. July 4th is coming up. It's coming up. The family gathering, a sea of fat and disease. Even most of the children now are fat and sick, especially mentally. And yet what's going to happen July 4th? The most brain damaging franken foods the devil ever created. And don't let me get started on that pre-meal family prayer you all gonna do over that slop. That's crazy. So in conclusion, there is no way out of our third component. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's no easy way out. I'm sorry. No, that was a big slip up. No easy way out of the third component. You got to fight this one out. Once you commit to changing your life for the better, life is going to throw everything at you to stop you. The brain, your illogical, addicted brain, is going to send you seemingly unbearable cravings to suck you back in. And with no rehab to run to like the crackhead, you're going to have to summons a power greater than yourself to overcome. Like my daddy used to say, you're gonna have to call on the one who can pick you up when you're down and place your feet on solid ground. The way maker, the great deliverer, the master of everything, the one who can give you peace in the midst of a storm. I can be healthy. I will be healthy. I must be healthy. It's not a choice. It's not a choice. It will happen, and will happen for each and every last one of you. You keep on watching, keep on listening and watching these videos. Keep listening and watching these videos, and I promise you that, so help me God, I will you to excellent health. I will get that testimonial from you. I will. So that's our third component, brothers and sisters, of food addiction, the extinction burst. The hardest, one of the toughest elements to fight. We still got 9 more to cover. Still, that ain't it. That ain't it. Even after you get done with rehab, even after you make it through Hell Week, got 9 more components waiting for you. You all ready? So the fourth component is spontaneous recovery. Don't want to miss that one. Don't want to miss that one. So make sure you're tuning in. Again, all of my high quality supplements are in stock. I appreciate your support. TheMinisterOfWellness.com. TheMinisterOfWellness.com. My book, everything's in stock now. My full online store is in stock. Thank you all for your support. There is limited supply. So please, this is the opportunity. If you would like to support this ministry and this mission, I appreciate it. TheMinisterOfWellness.com. Watch the supplement video. I talk about what I take, what my family take every day, and then I go over some of the new additions that I have. My drastic, if you would like coaching one-on-one, if you want me to coach you one-on-one, you listening to the videos, you purchase some DVDs, but you still need some extra help, and you're able to invest in me coaching you on a one-on-one level, you can find out the price and everything at theministerofwellness.com. My 2K20 drastic weight loss health fair and seminar will be held January the 4th. Mark it down on your calendars. January the 4th. Come on out for a live event. Let's come out and support each other live. 12 p.m., 6 p.m. Polish Heritage Center right here in St. Louis, Missouri. The $15 early bird tickets are on sale now through Labor Day. For more information, visit 2K20weightloss.eventbrite.com. 2K20weightloss.eventbrite.com. You have plenty of time. Go ahead and get your tickets and go ahead and start saving up. We had people come from all over the nation for the May 4th, and I will be posting that lecture soon from May the 4th. But this one, I will not be posting the January 4th lecture up on YouTube. There's going to be some other things going on. So please come out. Please come out to the seminar. Tickets right now, just $15 through Labor Day. And I look forward to meeting and greeting all of you all that can make it. I look forward to it. And if you enjoy these videos, let me tell you something. I can't wait to empower you live as the keynote speaker, of course. And this series, again, I mentioned this earlier, it's a part of my knowledge and application-based signature programs, which I have meticulously designed to empower people with the principles they need to eradicate obesity and disease. For more information, please visit NATHANIELJordan.com. For more information on my seminars and how we could partner, whether, like I said, organizations in your area, event organizers, meter planners, and so forth, pass my information along, NATHANIELJordan.com. And you never know, they might look at it, get inspired, and you never know, I could be in your city in a couple months, empowering you with the truth live and in person. Eat your G-bombs, greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, and seeds. I will be back, God willing, tomorrow with part 3, article form. The transcript form of the 12 components of food addiction is being posted on my Facebook page along with daily recipes. You can find me on Facebook, The Minister of Wellness. I'm also post 1-minute inspirational clips on my Instagram channel, and I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Twitter, The Minister of Wellness. I hope you all live a long life in excellent health.